Good morning, folks. Right, I have just had a big box of stuff arrive for me, which I've just picked up from Future Sport Motorcycles. So, let's see what my haul is. Firstly, we have a higher saddle. Secondly, we have bar risers. And lastly, we have a footpeg lowering kit. So, should hopefully make the old V-Strom a bit more comfortable for a man of my lankiness. So we will start by getting the saddle on. It's a genuine Suzuki part and it's for the V-Strom 650 XT obviously, and it raises the seat height by 25 millimeters or an inch if you're from one of those countries. Excellent. Seat cost $304.95. It's pretty easy to order it if you just live in Australia and go onto Suzuki Australia's motorcycle website. You see all of the aftermarket parts that they have to sell pretty clearly on the site. Some of them are a little bit pricey, but I think 300 bucks odd is reasonable enough for a new seat, so I'm not complaining too much. Makes a huge difference already, and already my knee is at less of an acute angle than it was with the slightly lower seat. The standard seat height on the V-Strom 650 is 835 millimeters. This adds another 25 millimeters, which brings it up to 860. It's also noticeably more comfortable too with the extra padding. There's the old seat on top of the new one. As you can see, there is significantly more padding in the new one and it's visibly taller. So that's definitely a good thing for my lanky ass anyway. Right, next up, the bar risers. And that's the bar risers on. Pretty easy job actually, and luckily the brake, clutch cables, all that were all plenty long enough so I don't have to do any modifications or put in longer cables or anything. It's like Suzuki knew that bar risers would be going on this bike quite a bit. There's the finished product there. They're from a company called RHK. They're just standard 7/8 of an inch bar risers. And I seem to have got them on nice and equally. Yes, I have. Excellent. Also bought a quad lock recently, which is another very good purchase. Definitely the daddy of motorcycle phone mounts. Not cheap though, but worth the money. Right, well, next on the agenda are these. I've bought a footpeg lowering kit which will lower the foot pegs by approximately 25 millimeters. The foot pegs are probably the job I'm the most kind of worried about tackling by myself. Not the greatest with a set of spanners and a socket set, but we'll see how we get on. Anyway, I do have to go to work for a few hours now, so I'll be tackling this evening.
One eternity later.
Okay, this is the bit I'm afraid of. Footpeg lowering plates, and this means I have to go screwing around with like the gear lever and rear brake pedal and stuff. And I'll give you 50-50 as to whether I actually managed to do this or not. You have to like look up the instructions on the internet. Great.
Thousands of tears later.
And this here is causing me a bit of grief. This is the ABS line, I think. If it's not, please free to tell me how I'm wrong and that I know nothing in the comments. Long story short, I think this is going to be a bit too complex for a man of my meager talents to do himself. As such, I'm just going to book some time in the dealership, get them to do it. So yeah, I'm a little bit annoyed that I couldn't figure this out, but I make no secret of the fact that I'm not exactly mechanically gifted, so I figure it's better to just pay a few bucks to get somebody who knows what they're doing to do the job, as opposed to just trying it myself and ending up making everything a hell of a lot worse. Still pretty pleased with the seat though, and with the bar risers. So at least I got those two done. And as the great American poet and philosopher Meatloaf once put it, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Anyway, we'll leave it there for today, folks. If you wish to tell me that I'm completely useless and really should be able to do such simple mechanical tasks myself, there's a comment section below. Otherwise, good luck.